And welcome back to another edition of the YodelCast. I am DocLettuce, and joining me is Freelii. We are currently on map 3 between Team Egocentric and Team Vex. As you can see, we are on Katabatic, and going down the rosters real quick, on Diamond Sword we have Team Egocentric. We've got Ibn, Canuck, Fesk, Xanther, Adip, David Bowie, and Sweetness. On Team Blood Eagle we have Vex, the Jester, Window, Khan, Mike Powell, Thomas R, Sharkax, and Fury 1. The series is currently tied up 1-1. This is a best of 3 using the CSN tournament rules. That means no limits on number of classes, but no shrikes. There is some team damage. I'm not entirely sure how much percent. Might be 100%, but it's irrelevant. There's team damage. And so yeah, this should be a winner-takes-all, although we might get a bonus 4th map just because the teams love to practice. And I'm very curious to see how the strategies are going to be changing up for this, because we saw them play on Rain Dance, which is a massive map. We've seen them play on Crossfire, which is a small, short-paced map. And now we get to see them on what's considered to be one of the most balanced, even-size maps. As we have a quick grab here from Sharkax. Going down, had really good speed, about 287, but he did get a couple snipes down. So he is down to about 187 health. He is flying back to his base. Canucks there. They have a sniper in the middle, which is interesting. It could work out really well for them in this case if he manages to land a shot. Adip there with a good E-grab, buying his team some time. There we go. David Bowie was chasing. There was some really nice chasing going on by him. But Thomas R there is ready to pick up the flag after it was dropped. He's down to about 660 health. He should really start dueling David Bowie. He doesn't have any other choice. And there we go, starting the duel. He's down to 260. A good snipe coming in there to take out David Bowie. He's going to toss it back off to Sharkax. In the meantime, in the field, we have Vex's flag just lying there. Xanther picks it up as a sentinel. Window was coming in there. He does get sniped there by Fury 1. Great snipe there by Fury 1. It is going to be returned, and there's a cap for Team Vex. Good to see the action picking up here. The other 2 maps were kind of slow-paced, so they are surely not holding back any punches here. Anything you noticed out of that?
Initial impression is I think it might be a mistake for Egocentric to be running 2 sentinels. Simply because they did get away with an E-grab and they kept it out for a long time. There just was not enough support to get that flag back to their base. I even would have liked to have seen, I think it was Xanther was up on the hill, just ski down and help out with his Falcon, or at least just get away with the flag. Because I think he was just watching while it got returned. That's really a shame.
I think you mean Canuck, because Xanther actually picked it up there, and he died.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Canuck.
But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying. I like the sniper in the middle. I think that has a lot of potential to be really good, but they need to... Ooh, a nice rock bounce there. I'm going to have to steal that. Good capping there by Ibn. That's a really interesting rock bounce. I'm going to have to... look at that in more detail. Sets him off on a really nice route. He's going fairly decent speed, 200. He's got about 700 health. Nice little snipe there. Bringing him down to about 600. They need an E-grab or something, but no one's ready there. And that's a cap. That's a tying cap. 1-1.
Brilliant.
That was a really interesting rock bounce. I was not aware that rock could be used that way. That's a very good variation of a route that's normally works very differently that you can see on my route videos. But wow, that was a interesting cap. I'm kind of surprised he got away with it. I would have expected the defenses there to be ready because I didn't see much clearing, but good bit of capping there from him, so props to him, tying it up for his team. And Sharkax, as we saw Sharkax there just drop for Vex. And it does look like both teams are only going to be running 1 capper, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on, because it's all about clearing now and making sure they can get the clears in for when their cappers are coming in. And I haven't actually seen that much clearing, so should be interesting. Adip there with a little bit of a grab. Couldn't really be going for the punt because there's no one in the midfield, but it's possible he was just going to try and llama it out and then see what happened. But anyway, he went down. The flag was quickly returned. Is there anything particular you're noticing?
Not really. There does seem to be a little bit of lack of cohesion on Vex's offense this time around. That shutdown on Sharkax. Actually, he's been shut down about 2 or 3 times in a row now. And again, there was no one there to even get the E-grab. And look, Window's actually coming in here by himself. Mike Powell's behind the base, but he's not even heading towards it. And that's a complete waste of a life there. They need to just, I think, time this a little better.
Yeah, we can see Sharkax is coming in here now. They need the clearing. There's no clearing there. He's got good speed, but he's just going to get taken out there, and no one's paying any attention to him. Ibn, in the meantime, did manage to get out, but did just go down to some snipes. Flag is in the midfield. It's possible someone could pick this up, but it doesn't look like they had anyone there ready. And Tomasar is probably just going to get a really easy return there, and there we go. So it's just going to be reset there. Did I see 2 snipes? Yes, I do. Both teams are running 2 snipers now.
I don't know. With 7v7, you really got to be careful of your class distribution. And while 2 snipers is brutal, they have to be good. And if they're missing shots, they're, you know, it's a wasted class spot. I also notice both teams are not, they don't have any sort of escort or man in the middle or anything like that. And I think those pair of grabs there could have turned into something if they had someone waiting for the flag.
Yeah, I fully agree. My FRAPS is messing up here for a second, so I am just going to quickly restart this stream. It'll take only a couple seconds to find out what's going on here. And we are back. Unfortunately, the FRAPS is still having problems. We did have a quick grab there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pause this again and see if I can figure out what's going on here. So, unfortunately, there will be a cut in the video, but I will try to get it fixed and back up running as fast as I can. Okay, everyone, we are back. That was a very quick fix. For any of you that are just joining now, this is the YodelCast. And we are on map 3, Katabatic. And FRAPS, don't act up on me now. Okay, it's stabilized. Looks like we had, in the meantime, while you were gone, there were a couple of grabs going on there, but nothing really significant. As you can see, the score is still 1-1, so nothing really happened that I saw. Freelii, did you notice anything while I was gone for the quick 30 seconds or so?
Well, oddly enough, they decided to actually put some people in the middle, but poor punting choice on Egocentric's part landed the flag against a little dell down there, and it didn't go anywhere. It got returned pretty easily.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to take a look at was the position of the snipers, because as we mentioned before we were leaving, both teams are running 2 snipers up. We'll get back to that really quickly, because Sharkax did manage to get a fairly good grab off there. He is almost back to his base at about 200 health. He's got about 200 speed. The snipes are coming in there, both from Canuck and Xanther in the same spot. They are missing. Adip manages to get a grab off there for to buy his team some time. David Bowie's coming in there, does manage to get a kill. The flags are dropped. Oh, and then tossed back onto the stand. Both flags are on the same stand. No one's coming in there, and there's the 2-1. But Ibn does manage to get a grab off as his flag got capped. He's down to about 200 health, 100 health. But he is pretty much home, so even if he dies now, it's not a big deal. They are going to be able to get this cap. He does go down. Sweetness is there to pick it up. Is going to get the tying cap, 2-2. That route from Ibn is very nasty right now for his team. They're really going to need to find a way to counter this, because that's going to cost them. He's had 2 caps, and each time he's grabbed that, he's been going really quick, and he's gotten home without really any problems.
Yeah, pretty much. You were talking about sniper positions. I was actually watching Xander and Canuck. I think this is because they spawned on top of each other, but that whole cap for Vex there, they were basically walking side by side, which is, it's not good, because you need to have a second sniper cover areas that the first sniper can't get to. But it does look like they've split up now, although I can't see. Canuck is on the middle hill, Xanther's on their own hill. Looks like Ibn's away with another, but this time it's a different direction. He is pretty low, though. I don't think he's going to get away if the snipers can actually get him down here. There he is. Yep, he's at 285. He's actually getting away from both the snipers. He's over the hill. There's no Tomstar's coming here with the LAR, but he's not landing any hits. It looks like he's going to get away unless Sharkax is, he's not going very fast. Yep, here comes Ibn over the ridge, and that's going to be an easy cap for him.
Well, once again, we saw Ibn using that rock. That was a very interesting bounce again. It seems like a lot of his routes are based off that rock and the crazy bounces that it does manage to make. In the meantime, we did see Adip there. He did do a continuation grab, but really no one's there, and he did get nitroned, I think, actually, by Tomasar there, preventing the punt, which is a really good strategy, and they are going to knock it down into their gen room area so that no one's able to pick it up. David Bowie tried to go for it and prevent it, but he was going nowhere. They were all ready for him, and it's just going to drop here in the tunnel. The interesting thing of the snipers is we can see here that Team Vex has their snipers positioned at the spawn tower, well, a little bit now behind the spawn tower, and then on the other side at the other spawn. Oh, in the meantime, we have a grab here by Sharkax, but he did go down really quickly. And in contrast, on Egocentric, we have Canuck here, who's actually in the middle of the map. This means that overall, he'll probably doing a little bit less damage, but he is going to be able to hit most of the map. Ibn there did... Sorry there, couldn't target Ibn. I was trying really hard. But it does look like he ran the same route that he did before, bouncing off that rock and flying straight up. Did get taken out, though, but his flag was picked up again by Fesk after he dropped it. A couple grenades coming in there. Fesk is dropping very low, and is picked up again by David Bowie. He's at 90 health. They should have been able to take him out, but they really didn't. Oh, a snipe coming in there, but the flag did drop just right next to Sweetness, who just picks it up and gets the 4-2 cap. Sharkax coming in here, though, trying to make it a... Well, he was going to try and make it a 3-4 game, but defense had a little something to say about that. But so, what do you think about Canuck being used in the middle of the map compared to 2 people at the spawn? Do you feel like that's incredibly beneficial, or can pay off, or is just risky?
I think if you're going to run 2 snipers, it's the way to go. Because like I mentioned before, if you got 2 snipers in the same spot, if they both miss, there's no one to cover the areas that you can't hit from that shot. So with Canuck in the middle, he can hit basically anything that Xanther doesn't. Not only that, but he's in a better position to maybe even start an E-grab, pick up an E-grab, or just finish off the capper before he can get home.
Yeah, that is a fair point. We're watching Ibn here doing this route again. This route has been money for him today, and they don't have any defense against it there. They finally managed to have... I think he bounced off the heavy, who... No, he couldn't have, because the heavy's running super heavy, so he would have died. So he did go down. Bowie picked up the drop flag, but it's not going anywhere. Thomasar here is here to return it. It is falling down there. Fest might be able to grab it. Fest does pick it up, and in the meantime, Sharkax also picked it up for his team, so we're going to follow Sharkax. It's going to be a little more interesting. No, it's not, because he's already back at his base. Thomasar coming in there for the return, does manage to get the return, and brilliant time to return there. Sharkax was ready, did manage to get the cap. So there we go, 3-4. But that was a really scary moment if you're a fan of Team Vex, because Ibn really was very close to getting away there, and he's shown that when he gets away with that flag off the stand, he's going to make it home and he's going to cap. So they really... I think they have to, if they're using 2 snipers, position someone there, because then he's using that route almost the whole time. So why not just have someone there sitting there and waiting and sniping him down? I mean, to me that would make the most sense. You have 2 snipers, one of them's already going to be roughly in that area. Stick him up on this hill here, that you can see on the camera, because Ibn's coming in here, and he bounces off this rock specifically. If you position the sniper here, he's easily going to be able to see the whole route, and he's going to have a ton of time to get some snipes off, and that will effectively neutralize that route, and force him to use a completely different one that he might not be comfortable using.
Yeah, it does look like they positioned Khan on the spawn hill for Vex, which is going to give him some shots down the middle lane. Yeah, you've got to hit him.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I haven't been able to watch that much about the offense for Team Vex, so we're gonna focus a little bit more on them before the map is over. We're seeing Window here doing a little bit of dueling and distracting. Sweetness here is actually running a Doombringer, but he doesn't have a force field up because I don't know why. They have gens and he has an inventory station. But Window there doing some good distraction. Sharkax was coming in, but I think he got sniped. Ibn, in the meantime, did run a different route. Yep, there you can see he's bouncing off that rock again for crazy hacks. But the bad sniper position are making them have really hard shots. He is at 290 health, but he's got pretty good speed. He is probably going to make this home. The question is, are they going to be able to intercept him here? Thomasar is trying to get in here. Not really going to make it, though. They need an E-grab or something at this point. Mike Powell's coming in there to try and do something. He's probably not going to make it. No, he doesn't make it. They need a snipe. They need something, and they got nothing. Ibn there with the final cap, 5-3. That, honestly, I feel like was a very winnable game for Vex. I feel like they could have easily prevented most of those caps just simply by positioning a sniper right where Ibn was always coming in, because he was coming in from the same spot every time.
Yeah, pretty much. And I also think, once again, there was a lack of coordination on Vex's offense. Even there at the end, while I did see a force field on my screen that they did get taken down, Sharkax or pretty much anybody else was not even there to grab it, punt it, or do anything of the sort.
Yeah, I felt like they had 4 people on defense, but considering they had 4 people on defense, Ibn really didn't have nearly enough problems getting out from there that he should have had. So they might have been better off switching a 4th person onto offense and doing something about that. But overall, that was a much more interesting map than the previous ones. I'm glad that they picked up the action for it. It looks like they were a lot more comfortable on that map than the previous 2. So that's good. At least we had one pretty interesting map for you guys to watch. But so the overall score is 2-1 in favor of Egocentric over Vex. It does look like we will be having... Yep, everyone's getting in here, so we will be having a 4th map, just for practice and fun, and it will be Arx Novena, but I'm going to pause the cast here really quickly so that I can get this all uploaded for you in its sections. So thank you everyone for watching. You have been watching the YodelCast. I am DocLettuce, with me is Freelii, and you just saw Katabatic, which was taken by Egocentric 5-3. Once again, thank you all for watching, and see you soon.